Thousands of Canadians have a safety deposit box to store important documents or valuables that they can't or don't want to keep at home. But how safe are safety deposit boxes? They're not as protected as you may think.
I blindly trusted because there is a bank, especially safety deposit boxes, the vault. It couldn't be a safer place than that.
Irina Broido lost $20,000 in cash after it was allegedly stolen from her safety deposit box at a TD Canada Trust branch on Montreal's South Shore. It varies from bank to bank, but generally speaking, there's a clause in the small print that prohibits people from putting cash in their box, precious metals of a certain size, or anything illegal or dangerous. Broido didn't realize she wasn't supposed to keep cash in her box until the bank pointed it out in her contract. You can only access your safety deposit box during banking hours, so if you need to access a document quickly, it's usually not a good idea to keep passports, medical directives, or living wills in your box. A quick online search of Canada's biggest banks turns up very little about what you can keep in your box. The specifics aren't revealed until the customer signs their contract. So why are banks not more transparent about this?
That makes the product seems less desirable, right? You want to keep your slogan simple, right? It's a safe deposit box, it's safe, right?
The rental agreements also state that banks are not liable for lost or stolen items because they don't record what goes in or out of the box. This can make it difficult for customers to prove that an item's been lost or stolen, which is why it's so important to read the contract's terms and conditions. Although most banks are insured against robbery, that protection does not extend to safety deposit boxes. Experts suggest getting third-party insurance.
Depending on what kind of insurance plan you have, you can get additional insurance for off-site storage. And so depending on your insurer, what's in your safe deposit box might be covered as well.
Safety deposit boxes are guarded by a dual-controlled system, which means that authorized users can't access their boxes alone. Customers are escorted to the vault by an employee who opens one lock, and then the customer uses their key to access the other lock. Each safety deposit box also has a signing card. That's a historical record the customer and the bank employee have to sign during each visit to keep track of who accesses their box. Broido said her signing card went missing around Christmas last year, but she was given access to the vault without signing in. A new card was issued in January 2024, but after the alleged theft, Broido started wondering if there were other visits that weren't properly documented.
If you don't have that physical card, there's not a lot you can do to ascertain who was there, when, and on what day.
Broido filed complaints with her bank and opened a file with Longueuil police. According to the bank, its internal investigation showed no evidence of any issue with the signing cards. Her money wasn't reimbursed because the bank couldn't prove her claims. Broido doesn't buy it. During the bank's investigation, management asked to review security footage of the area around the safety deposit boxes, but it was inconclusive. There were no security cameras in the vault or pointed towards it.
It makes sense to me that maybe you don't want to be video recording every single item that your clients pull out of their safe deposit boxes. But certainly, even to have a record of who is going or coming from the vault, that is really important for the bank. They need that for their own protection as much as the client does.
It's not easy to deal with the emotions, with the stress.
She says she's lost trust in the banking system and closed her TD safety deposit box for good last month. Experts say you should read your contract carefully and make sure that the valuables that you want to put in your box are actually permitted by your bank. Try to get third-party insurance to insure your box and keep as much documentation as possible because you can't be too careful.